Oh, hi, friends. Yep, yours truly, Doc South, saying hey and welcome. Yet another day in paradise, huh? I love that. I love that phrase. It's actually, in truth, it is. It's the day is sort of what you make it. Do it right, it's kind of like paradise, I guess. Uh, so, I got to thinking. I've really gotten into this thing. I like to call RAK, RAK. Yeah, random acts of kindness. I'm finding this to be a very interesting endeavor, even a hobby, you might call it, or some folks might want to call it a duty, so to speak. Yes, I think honestly, I'm beginning to think it's a very good idea to get out there and just do, whenever you can, try to find at least a way to do two or three random acts of kindness every day. Now, you don't have to hand out $1 million to people. You don't have to, you don't have to rappel from the George Washington Bridge to save someone who's, hanging by a thread to one of the towers. No, I mean, there's people that'll do that, but okay, that might not be your bag. But there's lots you can do to make your life and other people's lives just a little better. Random acts of simple kindness. It's like I noticed. One day I was out front of the supermarket I work at, and I was kind of, with this coronavirus thing going around, I was kind of in charge of making sure people wore masks when they went in. And eh, not always the most fun job to do, but still, I did it. I think I did it fairly well. And there was a lady one day, she came out, she was wearing a mask. She came out of the store with three shopping carts. Three shopping carts. And I'm thinking, at first glance, you'd look at her and you'd say, my God, the she's taking all the food. No one's going to have anything to eat. Well, God. But I said, whoa, three shopping carts. Wow. She said, oh, she says, but they're not for me. I said, oh, what do you mean? I said, God. She says, well, on my street, we have about 8 people who are just too old to come with the pandemic going on. They can't come to the store. So I'm going to, I bought their food. I mean, I think they may have given her some money to get the food and maybe a little bit of a list, but she went and did that for those people. And she said, when I get home, I'm going to disinfect a lot of this, wipe it down and then take it over to them. And I said 8 or 9 homes will have food. I said, well, doggone, if you aren't that's very nice of you. And not necessarily the safest thing to do with the pandemic going on. She says, I don't care. I'm doing it. And we saw her quite often, and how can you, it's just a wonderful thing to have done. There was another lady, drove up one day and said, I've got food for the staff. I said, well, we got food for you in here. She said, no, she says, I'm giving, I've gone to the rescue squad in one town, the fire department in another, the police department, the state police barracks, and she named a few other places. And I brought them, I made lasagna. I said, you did? Whoa. She says, yeah. She says, I made about 15 lasagnas, real big ones. And I'm bringing them around. I also got macaroni and cheese, and I got scalloped potatoes and ham. I said, whoa. I said, well, go talk to the manager. I'm sure it's going to be okay, but boy, that's mighty nice of you. She says, well, it's my way of saying thank you. And I thought, you guys are probably all working so hard. You're lucky if you're eating if you're getting a coffee even. I said, well, yeah, we are. It has been tough, but doggone. I remember one day, this was years ago, and not at the store I'm at now, but I was in checkout, going, I was done for the night, and I was cashing, I bought a few things, and there was a guy in front of me, and he looked, well, he had a whole bunch of stuff was like baby food, and he kind of, I don't know, from having been a bit of a drinker or a druggie myself at one time, or not necessarily full blown, but still, I did way too much. I kind of sensed maybe this guy's problem too. He was kind of just a little bit wobbly, and he had that dazed look. And he goes to pay for the baby food with his credit card, and he didn't have it. The card wouldn't pass. And I said, "Oh, look at this." And he had no cash, and he's looking at that baby food, and he said, "Oh God," he says, I don't think there's enough in here to, oh." And he's looking really green about it and very ashamed. And I thought, this might be a time to step up. I said, "I'll pay the bill." And I did. It was about $50. But, he had that look to him like that was the last straw. I don't know if that's the case. I wouldn't know the fella now if I fell over him, I suppose. But I think he may have I think that may have been his moment to stop. If it wasn't, it wasn't, and I lost maybe $50. Big deal. Although that's what I earned for that day. But it's all right. To see, what I'm saying is, keep your eyes peeled for these little random acts of kindness. You know what else is neat? Find something to talk about with a person, a perfect stranger. The other day I was getting gasoline, and I have this, in fact, it's in the laundry. I have a shirt that I got from a White Castle for doing a live remote for when they opened, when I had a radio job. And they gave me this shirt, and I was wearing it. It's a nice undershirt, T-shirt, it's White Castle on it. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. And it's one of my favorite shirts. It's got pickle stains all over it and ketchup, of course. I always wear it when I go to the White Castle. But this guy putting the gas in my tank said, "Whoa, you got a White Castle shirt." Oh, I love those things. He said, "Are there any around here?" He's new to the area. I said, "Yeah, there's one over in Phillipsburg, I believe. On, what would that be? Route 22, I think." He says, "Holy crud, you're right. You're really?" I said, "I think so. Yeah, it's down near the mall. It's a little bit east of town, I think." He says, "Doggone, man, I got to go." I said, "Well, pump my gas first." Oh, so he said, "No, I got to go there when I get a chance." Doggone. Well, we got into a conversation. Turns out he's a radio station engineer he was one at one time. Yeah, back before computers did it all. And we got to talking about radio. Now when I stop for gas, I got a new pal. I'll have to bring him some tapes. Yeah. And, and like the other day, a girl, a lot of times, like I said, with this, that one guy with the baby food, chances are you're going to get burned, but you can't let that stop you. What you're doing is doing a good deed doesn't mean you're going to, it's going to be all peaches and cream. Sometimes, you'll, there'll be moments where you wish maybe you hadn't spoke up, but it's good to speak up just the same, or step up to the old plate. Let me see, what else do I got here? I don't know. It's just, sometimes I like to just show up somewhere, with the store's permission, and just play oldies out front for a couple hours. I don't know. It's kind of fun. People dig it. They have no idea why I'm there. I'm not there for any special reason, except ears need to be filled with some good old doo-wop. I mean, the old doo-wop groups back in the day used to just meet on a sidewalk and start singing. People loved it. Well, a lot of those groups aren't around anymore, but the records are. And I got a record player. You see what I'm saying? There's there's just so much that can be done. And in some cases, just a simple matter of maybe you make some brownies for everyone at work. I saw that happen the other day somewhere. And person brought in brownies, and everybody, had a munch. And they were darn good brownies, too. And you get the idea. These little random acts of kindness, a friendly smile, a conversation with someone who might look like I love trying to find something about a person that I can start a conversation. Just a simple conversation. A lot of times T-shirts are the best, yeah, quite often. Someone will have some saying on the T-shirt and you can go from there. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just thought I'd say it's kind of cool. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever. So be it. Okay? So get busy, friends. I think you'll find it to be a very pleasant way to go. A very pleasant way to go. I'll see you later. Bye now. God bless.